Welcome. Good day. Wednesday. We're doing this Tuesday night. But, excuse me, good to have you with us at the Hollywood Bets Kenilworth meeting on Wednesday. We've got 9 races on the card that we want to go through for you with Darren Burrows and Daryl Marie as we work our way into the Betway Summer Cup this weekend. Mind about social media to follow more action about Betway Summer Cup. You can go to @thewaited-to-win-team, and that's our handle over there in terms of what you see on the screen. Otherwise, you can send us a WhatsApp on 0691643272. Send your name and email address. You can join in. They've given some of these away. I believe we had some winners, so well done to you. If you got a phone call, keep entering. And thanks to Daryl Marie sitting next to me here. Hopefully you'll get one for Christmas. Are you a weighted to win mug is the question. Right, let's get straight into the action. Talk to Darren Burrows about the opener. There are 9 races on the card. And Green Falcon, Darren, tops the boards at 17-10. Can we start with that, or are you worried about logistical?
I do believe Green Falcon's coming on the right way. You know, he was gulled. He needed gulding quite badly. Last time out, he was quite far back going through the 600, and he made up steady progress. I'm not sure if he's just looking for the bend now, but he's definitely the horse to beat. Logistical only ran a length and a half behind him, and he was all at sea in the early part. So this horse is open to a lot of improvement. So 6 and 9. And then Aphrodite, I know Adam rates her. He was disappointed last time out, but he's dropped her back to the 1200, and we could see good improvement again.
Yeah, it appears just on the one run that Logistical has, as you quite rightly say, has got the most improvement to make, or should anyway.
Yeah, he was a long way behind on debut. He stayed on wild card. I'm not willing to separate the 3 of them. Bullet finished right alongside them. He gets fitted with a set of blinkers, probably needed his comeback starts. So for me, it's a 3-cornered contest, 3, 6, and 9.
3, 6, and 9. Okay, but let's put some selections up here for the first race start of the event. And there's no exotic here, but we intend on taking trifectas 1, 3, 6, and 9. On Tuesday evening, the market had the second race as Strawberry Light favourite, 33-10. 4 Egret 4-1, and the 5 Ella's Delight trading at 5-1, with 11 Busy Lizzie 5-1. And Ila de Maurice, Keegan de Mello's right, perhaps got a bit of a chance. Darren, 7s?
Yes, I watched Ila de Maurice on debut. She was up with the pace, but on her own, right on the outside of the track. So she was quite far away from the other runners. Then she started to join them late on. She was only 2 lengths behind Egret and having a debut performance. So Egret's a runner, Ila de Mauritius a runner, Busy Lizzie's open to further improvement, good comeback run, and Strawberry Light, I wasn't happy with the way she was moving last time out. If she's back to best, she can run well.
Okay. Well, Ila de Maurice only had that 1 start today, so likely to improve. Your first choice, Daryl?
Busy Lizzie. She holds a few on the red sash form line, Clyde. That was her first run off the layoff. She should strip fitter. But she ran behind a filly called Sarki. And yeah, you have number 5, Ella's Delight, who beat Sarki last time out. I'm not too sure if Sarki ran below par in her second start, but if you use her as a line horse, Ella's Delight could possibly be the right one.
All right, so perhaps Ella's Delight worth including into the play. We've got some exotics worked out for you, race 2. This is the team's suggestion. Firstly, Daryl Marie's by pot, 5 and 11, by 2, 3, 5, 8, by 1, 3, 5, Panker 5, by 1 and 2, by 4 and 8. Darren hasn't worked out a buy pot. We'll use Daryl's for this one, and it's a 96 rand cost. Thank you for coming back to us now. The third race, we're doing this on Tuesday evening, and the market on Tuesday night is probably going to change, but double checks top of the boards at 16-10. 3, the future is bright, is 22-10. And indicating those 2 runners, both from the Justin States stable. Darren?
Yes, Clyde. You know, I found a form line that's quite interesting. If you go back to the 18th of May, now the future is bright, beat, double check by 3 parts of a length. Double check is about 5 or 6 kilos better off, and I think she's progressive. Then you had Kuda Main, who ran third in that race. He gave the Future is Bright 2 kilos. Now he's receiving 9. So that's 11 kilos. So if you're looking for a rough result, Kuda Main could be the value if bouncing back. But I am very confident about Double Check winning this race.
Double Check, you confident? Bullish on that, who's 16 to 10 at the moment of the two, Daryl?
Yeah, Clyde, she's weighted to win because she's best weighted. She's only got, 50 and a half to shoulder over the 2400. She stays well and she's currently at her highest rating, so she's obviously still improving with racing. Also, I want to touch on Clyde, is number 5, Chewbacca. His rating has come down from 101 to 95, and he's joined, I think, second best in. Chickpeas has got on. Stable's not quite there yet, but they'll get there.
I hope they pull it off
They'll
today.
get there one day, Clyde.
Let's
Hopefully
hope today
today's the day.
Andre cracks the shame. It hasn't been easy for him.
No, it hasn't
Stable's
been easy for me.
Sure, yeah,
so-
I see you've been, you're a soldier, hey? Loyalty is good. It's
Thanks.
nice to see that you're loyal.
We're going to keep jabbing away, Clyde.
Yeah, absolutely. Why not? Let's have a look at selections now. It's a PA. Here we go. We'll put it up for you. And Daryl has got, you got a few bankers in there, Daryl?
Yes, I do, Clyde.
So relatively easy perm, hopefully.
Hopefully we can catch that a few times. I'm looking forward to a payout.
All right, well, it's only a 48 Rand perm, guys. Let's get that one on. We'll also introduce Darren's PA, and Darren's going banker by 158 by 134 by banker by 4 and 5. And he also seems to find it a bit easier in that he's spending 18 Rand. Good to have you back, race 4. Let's get our pick sixes on now and work it out. Darren, I'll come to you. Let's talk about this pick six. What does it look like to you?
It looks okay, Clyde. I'm relying on a banker a bit later on. But starting in this leg, I like this horse, Silvano's Timer. Now, I watched the replay earlier on behind Jet Dark. Now, that was his comeback run, but they squeezed him out at around the 250 meter mark. He had to check and switch outwards for a run, and he was running onto Rascallion and Golden Ducat. He would have just about come third behind Jet Dark. I thought that was a cracking effort, and on that, I think he's the horse to beat. Somerset Maugham, he's coming on the right way. I think he's got a decent season ahead of him. And then Warrior can't be ignored.
Okay. All right, so you going with that. I was going to have a look at the market while you're busy with that, where Sylvana's Timer is joint at 22 to 10 on Tuesday night with Somerset Maugham. I see Cat Daddy drifting slightly, gone 8 to 1. Otherwise, relatively quiet. Daryl?
Yeah, I like Warrior. I don't think he shone in KZN. I think he's a better horse in the Western Cape. Even on that run to Xavier, he's 3 kilograms better off with Sylvana's Timer. And I thought he ran below par on that occasion. Very encouraged with his later start over the 1400. Gonna love the step up to the 1800. Gonna strip fitter. So he's gonna be my topic ahead of the likes of Sylvana's Timer and Somerset Maugham, who I thought was very fortunate to win the race in the boardroom last time out.
Well, Warrior's had a couple of runs back since he's come back from KwaZulu-Natal now, so should be ready.
Who's that?
Warrior?
Yes, I like him. I think he's decent on his day, Clyde. He has let the side down in the past, but I think Aldo will get a good tune out of him.
Okay. So you with Warrior, and as Daryl says, this is in fact his what's it now? It's his second run back from Durban. And the first choice. Here we go with pick sixes. Let's put that up. See what the plan is. We're doing as follows. We're going Darren 135 by 134, 5, 7, 8, by 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6, by 4, 5, and 10, bank of the 5, and then 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Race number 5 is a classified stakes. In this race, the market shows that on Tuesday night, 3 Machete Man is 3 to 1. Number 5 on the card. Nothing else matters is 28 to 10, 3 to 1 thereabouts, and 11 to 2 about Policy Target. All runners racing or taking their part at this point in time. Being a classified stakes best weighted, subject to no insider trading, as both all of 5, 6, and 8 appear to be the best end, but there are a number that have got chances here. What do you think, Darren?
Well, I thought the value lies with Quartermain. Now, he is an erupt out of a Silvano mare, and I just get the impression that he's looking for the 2,000 meters. And if that's the case, I think he's going to run a big race. Now, this horse, nothing else matters. He doesn't travel early. He gets into the race very late. I think the summer course is the key, and he's going to show good improvement on the summer course. And then Mr. Monocle, the same goes for him. I think he's going to run well.
I see a horse like Quartermain, who carries the 58 of a rating of 83 with the conditions of the race, does appear in the book to be the best, one of the best weighted horses in the race.
Yeah, he is, Clyde. Joint best in. But I've opted for a horse that's half a kg out at the weights. That's number 5. Nothing else matters. I don't believe his inside draws did him any favour in his last 2 starts, Clyde. They tried to bustle him early for him to hold his position, and that wasn't the case. He likes to be left alone early and come with a late rattle. And now on the summer course with a long run in, he can unwind and hopefully get there in time.
Okay. All right, so that is going to be Darryl's first choice, and not too worried about the weight at all. And he says that there's excuses for last start. JP and, well, Glenn Cotson's been in very good form. Good to see them back. Nothing else matters. Maybe the one to beat, but this is the plan for race 5 from the weighted to win boys. We're going as follows. It's a combined pot, so 1, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, by 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, by 4, 5, 8, 10, by 5, 6, and 8. So this is an interesting race coming up now on Tuesday night. Number 1, Future Swing for Justin Snaith, top of the board at 22-10. Number 3, Kitchakelt Cracker last time with Duncan Hulls, or for the Hulls Yard at 3-1 second choice. The 6, Max the Otter 7-2, and 5-1 about a horse like Scalini. 9 or 10s and better the others. Let's hear from you, Darren, what you like. And I'll come to Darryl.
It's a strong race, a strong bunch of 3-year-olds here. A horse I've been waiting for to go on the summer course, long running, is going to suit him down to the ground is Scalini. He's a decent sort. I think he's got a bright future, and I think he'll be right there at the finish. Future Swing, very good last effort, first run out the maidens, and Kitchakal, same goes for him. His first run in Cape Town was a cracker in a strong field.
Yeah. So Scalini your first choice there? Is Scalini your first choice, Darren?
Yes.
First choice. Interesting. Out of there came Running Rifles from the Snaith Yard, so perhaps there's some form to work. And I see in relation, Darryl, to a few others in the race here that will have chances, the likes of, I think, Kitchakelt, Max the Otter. They've run up against some of the Snaith horses, so he might have a line as to, where they fit in with the likes of Future Swing.
Yeah, it's hard. This race is very difficult, Clyde. Young 3-year-olds improving. They're all probably ahead of the handicapper because they're going to go on to bigger and better things. Future Swing last time out, Clyde, I don't know if you recall, he misbehaved terribly behind the pens. And I thought that was going to be his undoing, but he still ran a cracker considering how he was playing up. So from a 1 draw, I think he's got a lot more to offer. Number 2, To the Moon and Back. His comeback run as a gelding, I thought that was a cracking effort. He's actually in the same race as Scalini, and he meets him 1.5 kilograms better off.
Yeah.
Last start, too bad to be true. Sean Veal now gets the ride, a longer run in. That has to be the improver in the race.
Okay. That's your first choice? Would it be?
I make it between the 1 and the 2,
okay.
But it certainly doesn't stop there.
Well, To the Moon and Back is 10-1 or thereabouts, so you may want to have a look at that. Yeah, we're going to put some selections up for you. Tough race because there's some unknowns, as in there are a few that may well be ahead of the handicapper. And if that is the case, well, we wouldn't be surprised to see 1 or 2 show the continued improvement that one's expecting. So jackpots 1 and 2 for Darryl, by 4 and 8, by 5, 6, 8, by 1, 3, 4, 5, and 7. On to middle stakes. What's well in here? Well, there are a few, I guess. Maybe also like different face, perhaps the one to beat. I don't know. I'll ask the boys what they think. That's trading at 7-1 at the moment. On Tuesday night, Tchaikovsky, 16-10 favourite, 11-2 about Dean Street, and 6-1 about Ragnar Lothbrok. Just having a look in terms of the best weighted horses, because it's that sort of conditions race. Tchaikovsky doesn't feature in the top 5 or 6 from that perspective, Darren.
Well, Tchaikovsky on that last effort, I mean, he was gaining on Love and Winter very strongly at the finish. I just had a look in collateral form back in June, July. Bluff on Bluff got beat 3 lengths by Tchaikovsky. He's 8 kilos better off at the weights. And then I went to the 4th of July, and Ragnar Lothbrok beat Bluff on Bluff 4 lengths. He's 10 kilos better off with Ragnar Lothbrok.
Sure.
So if there's to be a result, Bluff on Bluff, I mean, he's capable. He won over 1,000 meters in his penultimate start. He's trading at, I think, 16 or 18-1. I would include Tchaikovsky, Bluff on Bluff, and Ragnar Lothbrok into the pick 6.
All right, maybe you've hit a shrewd here, Bluff on Bluff. You're quite right. Trading at 20-1 at the moment, if you like it, Daryl.
Yeah, I fancy the 4 and the 8 of Clyde. Obviously, Tchaikovsky is the horse to beat. Flashed up very late last time out. One more stride and he was a winner. Go back in his form line. He's 2 from 2 over the course in distance. That includes a victory over We're Jamming.
Yeah.
Number 8, Master of Africa. He now has his first run as a gelding. He's only had 1 start up the Kenilworth Straight, and he was victorious on that occasion on his debut efforts. I don't think he's going to be tuned to the minute, but he could run fresh, and he'll be doing his best work later. I actually think he's a nice horse.
Well, maybe by now you'll have an idea as to, well, you will know, won't you, as to where the likes of Scalini featured. It'll give you some sort of idea about this particular horse. Okay, let's take a look at what we're doing. We're taking trifectas, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10 boxed. Right, 8th race, final leg of the jackpot here, and number 3, Magnetic Dime is out. That's not running in the race. Make a note of that. That was on Tuesday night. The market has number 5, Priceless, trading at around 5-2. Has shortened from, well, on Tuesday evening, from 3-1 into 5-2. 8, Banika, from 33-10 out to 7-2. 9-2 about Funzo, number 6 on the card, and number 7, Gimme a First, is trading at around 7-1 or thereabouts. 8-1 and better about the others. We know your pick 6. We've got Priceless Banker here, Darren.
Correct. I thought she's a very nice filly. She's got a big action. She quickens smartly over 1,000 meters. Now, for a Dynasty filly to win over 1,000 meters at Durbanville, she could have some class about her. She's going to love the step up to 1,200 meters at Kenilworth, a testing 1,200. 54 kilos. I've chosen to banker her, but obviously we don't know how good she is yet.
Yeah, what's the strength of the field like, Daryl?
Yeah, she's not taking on slouches of Clyde. There's a few decent fillies lining up. Priceless now, she looked smashing going down to the start on debut. She came back accordingly. Form line wasn't the greatest, or the field that she met wasn't the greatest. But the second place runner, I think, has come out and run second again. But she could be anything, this filly. Fun Zone, Clyde, she's actually won her maiden of this course in distance. Last time out, she looked the winner. Stable Companion just got the better of her in the dying strides. If you like her chances, you have to have a healthy respect for Banika. So for me, I think it's a 3-cornered contest of the likes of 5, 6, and 8.
Yep. Well, the favourite will stay up the straight. It's a 1,200 at Kenilworth, so and an extra couple of 100 metres, which obviously she will enjoy. Our selections race 8 in terms of going into the last double of the day. Well, Darren's quite bullish that Priceless will be better than this field. We'll stay up the straight. It's a handicap over it's a 72, and in this event, let me pull up the market for you. 3-1 the field. Right now, Tuesday evening, number 3, Red Impact, is 3-1, joint with the 4, Cheeky Laddie. And then 11-2 about Ensuing, 11-2 about the 9, Swift Action. Note that Quandary's not running. That's been taken out on Tuesday evening. Let's go to Darren Burrows for the last time on this Wednesday. Out Hollywood Bets Kenilworth. Darren, let's get some help. Trifecta quartet race, or what do we do?
Yes, it is an open race. I went the field in the pick 6, but short list of horses, Cheeky Laddie. Now, he is out of All His Secret, who was a top sprinter, and maybe he didn't stay because his last 2 starts, the mile was too far. Last time out, not a bad run, but back up the straight of a 1200. I think he could be ahead of the handicapper. Then Kimball O'Hara. Now, this horse has dropped from a 90 down to a 80 in 2 runs. So Richard Fourie, Justin Snaith, that's upset material, and Paston Wally for 3rd.
All right. Is there anything strong in here in the race? Is there a form line that sticks out, or something that we can Shreedy in the pack?
Yeah, I just watched the replay of a run over here. That gives me a bit of confidence. Clyde, number 1, Paston Wally. Last time out, very, very unlucky. He should have finished much closer on that occasion. And since then, he's dropped 2 pounds or 1 kilogram. So in my mind, he's very competitive off his current rating. Our second pick's going to be number 5, Kimball O'Hara, stable companion. I think now that he's stepping back up to the 1200 meters and off his current rating, Darren touched on how it's plummeted from a 90 to an 80.
Yeah.
I think he's going to bounce back to some sort of form.
Okay, maybe that's the Shreedy, 90 to 80, Richard Fourie, Justin Snaith, that team up over here. I want to go back to Darren Burrows just for a quick second, if I can. Just to ask you, Darren, about... I know you know Cheeky Laddie well, but Red Impact, that run to Trompy and the bluff on bluff form, is that not good enough for a race like this?
Yes, it certainly could be. You know, he's never gone more than 1,000 meters, so it's difficult to say if he's just a 1,000-meter horse or if he's going to improve over the 1,200. He has a lot of weight on his back for a 3-year-old. Let's see how he goes.
Okay, let's see how he goes. We know that Trompy came out and ran 3rd after that. And in that form line was Hit Them Hard Sunshine. Although it was a little disappointing, it's still good quality of form. All right, here's a last race selection, guys. This is the plan. Daryl says that Paston Wally is the one to go for, and that's currently trading at around 8 to 1 at the moment, that being Tuesday night. And that's it from the team. Thank you so much to everybody for watching. We really appreciate your support as always. Betway Summer Cup week, so make sure you start climbing in, get into your doubles and trebles and make it exciting for yourself. We've got a panel on Thursday evening that we're going to be addressing and talking to some of our guests on Thursday. We'll tell you more about that closer to the time. And of course, our Wager to Win show, as always, will come to you race by race. Thanks to Cameron, to Dylan, to Raj for all staying behind and helping us on this Tuesday night to get the message to you so much faster.